Recently, I had some frustrating experience while I was doing energy healing work for my root chakra, and that's why I decided to make this video so I can share with you what kind of emotional pain and energy blocks you can expect to release while doing this work. The most important things why it's still worth to do this work, even if it can be quite uncomfortable and not very pleasant. And I will show you also what can help you to go through this process a bit, I would say, easier or more quickly. So my journey with quite, let's say, intense energy healing work, specifically for my root chakra, started about a year ago. At this period, I felt that I was a bit stuck in the void stage or the hermit stage of spiritual awakening. This is a stage when you're very isolated, nothing's really happening, you don't get much results, you can feel a bit stuck. So if you want to know more about the void stage, I have another video, you can check it. So while I was there and I felt a bit of tired by staying in these feelings and this state for more than a year, I decided to look for some ways how can I kind of speed up the process. As I knew that the next stage should be grounding, I decided to focus on grounding, and of course the main energy center to focus on is root chakra, because root chakra is the one that grounds us, it keeps us more present here in this physical world. So when I started doing this work, after about a month or so, I noticed that I didn't have too much results, or maybe not the result that I wanted or expected to have. And that's what the moment when I discovered about the Earth Star Chakra. If you don't know what it is, I have a full video about it, and I experienced, when I started to work with the Earth Star Chakra, that's where I experienced the real big change. Because Earth Star Chakra is kind of the anchor that keeps us here in this physical reality, and it helps to ground quite a lot. So I think I needed this resource and this connection to be able then later to come back to do the work on my root chakra. As I already had quite a lot of benefits a year ago, I made a whole video about it, I will link it. I knew that this is something that can be very helpful. So now about months ago, I understood that I need to do a bit more of grounding and a bit more of work on my root chakra. When I started to do all the things that I know about what helps balancing and activating it, I will not mention here all the steps because I have another video where I mention all the things that you can do, so you can watch it if you want to know more. I started doing all these things, and very quickly I started experiencing some benefits and some results. The main one and the quickest one that you have is that when you start to be a bit more present, a bit more grounded, more in the moment, you start thinking less, worrying less anxiety, less racing thoughts. So it's easier actually to do things, and it's easier not to waste your energy to all this overthinking, all these emotions. You kind of become a bit more stable and more present, I would say more productive also. It becomes easier to do even all the simple things that you need to do every day, and also it's easier to do some difficult stuff where you need more focus, more concentration, more creativity. So I start noticing this that I was expecting. Great, I'm changing my state, I'm getting these benefits. All is going kind of good. But what happened next? Then I started noticing also how some painful emotions are coming, and they're not just coming that you understand straight away, oh, this is my past unhealed traumas or emotions. They're being triggered by something that happened here and now. So it feels that things are not going so well. I'm doing energy work, but some stuff happening, some problems coming, some conflicts coming, and this kind of stuff. But I was aware enough to understand what's going on, maybe not in the moment when I have the reaction, but more or less I was understanding what's going on, so I could focus on processing these emotions. And one very memorable moment for me was actually one of the two moments why I decided to make this video. I had some fight with my husband. The most funny thing, I don't even remember what it was about, but I remember what feelings then was triggered. And this situation clearly happened for me to uncover this block and to release this old feeling that was stuck in the root chakra. The memory that was coming to me is maybe I was, I don't know, 3-4 years old, and I remember crying very hard, like almost screaming, and that my throat hurt, and that I'm in so much emotional pain. I want some help. I want someone to care, someone to come to kind of solve the problem. This feeling of some need that is not met. You need something so badly. You as a child can't give it to yourself, but no one is coming. And the moment of this screaming, when you slowly becoming more kind of desperate, you see no one is coming, no one cares, my need will remain unmet, I'm slowly giving up, I'm in this pain. And when all these feelings came to me, I realized, wow, that's how the block in the root chakra was created. One of them. Of course, there are many, and the more of them we release, the more benefits of the root chakra we're getting. I was going through this process. It helped me to disconnect to the situation that happened here in the moment, that I saw this is just a trigger. I should not focus with my mind on this stuff. I should focus on these emotions, on this energy to release and to heal. The good thing was that it went away quite quickly, and then the day after, when some other stuff was still coming to me, I saw very clear what it's all about. All these traumas in the root chakra, at least one part of them, is about your needs that are not met. Some basic needs, sometimes physical needs, but more often emotional needs. When you're a child, you need some to feel some security, some protection from an adult. We need to feel some love, some connection, that someone is there for you. And when you need something, this person's love is here, and you feel safe in this world, that you can live, you can do things, and you feel that everything will be okay. So when these situations happen, when this kind of needs are not met, that's how these blockages are created. The good thing, you can heal them when you focus on balancing and energy healing of your root chakra. That's what's happening to me, and I'm really happy that I've done it. This is one story. The second story is, as our root chakra is also responsible for our physical survival, very uncomfortable feelings are survival fears, and those one also quite difficult to face. And I realized that it was one situation, we were driving on the road, and there's something happened that triggered this fear that, like, kind of, wow, in 2 seconds we probably will be in the accident, something will happen, I will be hurt or something. So when the moment passed, you understand that you're okay, but you feel this release of all these hormones of, I don't know, cortisol, maybe adrenaline, all this comes to your body, and you feel all this fear, survival fear energy kind of moving in your body, and how you kind of partially frozen or something. Will have a bit different reaction, but I think you can understand what I'm talking about. So in this specific moment when it happened, I also realized it's still happening because I'm doing work on my root chakra. It's created a situation that scared me this moment, to release this, partially to release the survival fears. When it happens that, like, wow, and you're frozen, that you kind of can die, something is threatening your survival. And the other hour that we were driving and going back home, I felt it all the way, kind of looking around and understanding how kind of unsafe it is. Something can happen any moment, even like all your life you live and kind of nothing is happening. You realize that there is threat can happen any moment, any second, and you can't protect yourself from this. You can try to avoid certain things, but you can't say that you can do something that you will be 100% always safe. So these feelings are also coming, and the best way is just to feel them, not trying to solve them. Because the next morning when I wake up, I understood them, they just gone. I was feeling them, I was feeling so desperate about the fact that war is so dangerous, but I woke up, no, I don't feel it anymore. It's just an emotion, just a feeling that needs to be released. So this is two examples of traumas on the root chakra that you may have, what you can experience, and the best way is just to continue focus your energy on the root chakra. Do all the grounding practice, all the meditation, everything else that you do normally. Just be aware that the block is releasing, and it will be better. You will become more free, you will have more energy, your energy will start flowing more freely, and in this case you will use it for your other goals, for other achievements, for building the different life that you want. That's why it's really worth to do this work. What else I've noticed? Usually most of the people are saying that we open and balance our chakra kind of one by one, from the first and then to the crown, slowly going from down to up. And if your root or sacral is blocked, you can't really do something about your upper chakras. That's what I always see and read. And I was thinking maybe it's true, but for me, during this experience, it didn't really seem as true. Because when the emotional trauma from the past comes, I was using the energy of my heart chakra, all this kind of self-love and acceptance and this energy to be able to process this emotion. So I was this adult and a parent to myself, to this child, to create this safe environment for the feelings to be processed in a healthy way. So I needed this energy of my heart to balance the root one. And when you have survival fears, I don't know how it's for you, but at least for me, when you have survival fears, the only thing that kind of helps to be okay with them is the crown chakra, because through crown chakra we connect to the divine, or to the God, or to the creator, or to our higher self, to something bigger that has some control of this of the experience that we have in this life and this physical body, that maybe we're not always connected, we don't always remember, we don't always have this consciousness or awareness to understand the reasoning of everything that's going on with us here. The more you connect to it, the more it's balanced, the more you can feel that there are much bigger reasons. There are not only coincidences like car accidents or disease or some big conflict. There are always some reason behind. There is some experience that you need to have in this specific lifetime, some lessons that you need to learn, maybe some changes that need to be done. And this connection also, when you have connection to the creator, it also helps you to see that there is something bigger than just your mind and your body that you try to use to solve the problems. That they're not always enough to solve them. They're not always enough also to achieve your goals. And sometimes you have to rely on the higher power. That's why I saw that in balancing and healing the root, I needed the energy of the heart and of the crown chakra. So that's made me thinking maybe it's not 100% true that they were working with them kind of one by one, and if the root is blocked, then you can't use and can't get any benefits from your upper chakras. Because I think if the chakra is completely blocked, we're dying. So it's always have some energy, it always have some flow, we're always getting something from this. But how balanced it is, how strong it is, do we have all the benefits, all the capacity of this energy center or not? So what I think that there is always something else, something more that we can do, some other improvements. If we still have problems in our life, if still we can't get what we want, then probably depends on what area of your life, what feelings are you having, which chakra is responsible for this. You can still do some healing work on each of them, depending on what is going on here and now and what results do you want to have. So I think that's it for today, and I will be really interested to know what is your experience. Did you notice when you're working on your chakras how some blocks and some painful emotions, traumas are released? And did you see that you really open the chakras one by one from down to up? Or you also notice that sometimes you focus more on, so sometimes you can have benefits of the upper chakra while you're down, it maybe feels a bit more blocked or less strong. because I was doing a lot of work in the past on upper chakras, third eye actually, quite a lot, the crown chakra, many years on the heart. I have strong blocks on my heart chakra that also manifested with some physical issue, physical disease, and working on it. It was a lot about actually forgiveness and accepting, and start allowing myself to feel love and these kind of things. I see that my heart chakra is working it's very different. Like if I compare 15 years ago and now, it's a completely two different people, but also my energy system is completely different. So I saw that the heart chakra was balancing, was giving more and more benefits to me, was healing, while still I had more problems on the root and, for example, also on solar plex one. So yeah, let's share your thoughts, and that's it for today.